They're getting off the train. They're a minute early, which is always reassuring. They've got a great reception there, haven't they?
Yeah, well, the brilliant thing is about the Olympic and Paralympic Games is that we in Britain love it, and we love it because of the breadth. We love it because there's a sport that engages everybody, and with huge thanks to the people that play the national lottery and huge thanks to the continual investment from government, we're able to support all these athletes and the breadth of the different sports that we see competing and what excites us in the Olympic Games.
And just looking at some of the faces coming off here, any you recognise that you want to talk about?
Oh my gosh, there's so many to recognise. I mean, you saw Bryony there, who was our closing ceremony flag bearer, who achieved gold. You can see just there
that was the trampoline, wasn't it?
Yeah, in the trampolining. You can see there, and one of our amazing mothers, Amber Rutter, who obviously won silver in the shooting. An amazing achievement, and it was fantastic to see her with her young son, just 3 months old. You know, she returned to competing at the highest level. So yeah, just so many incredible performances. And one of the things that's interesting about these athletes, and again, why it's so important to the British public, is that a lot of these athletes over the next week will be back in their communities as part of our Changemaker initiative, engaging local communities, inspiring people to get involved, to get active, and to do things that they want to do in their local community.
We're just going to listen in and hear the crowds.
Yeah.
Of course, it's just typical. They go quiet as soon as we try and listen into them, isn't it?
Yeah, I think this is the biggest Eurostar full of GB athletes. They're just going to keep coming. There's lots of them.
And that's some of the cyclists there, isn't it?
That's part of our gold medal team.
Is that Emma Finnecane just there?
Behind her, yeah, you've got there. So I mean, just incredible. The cycling team were exceptional, both on the track, but you also saw medals in the mountain biking and in the road race time trial. Just an incredible haul from them of medals, consistently performing really well. A number of our sports have just done such an amazing job, and we're seeing the athletes here, but it's also worth really paying tribute to the performance directors and the performance staff behind the scenes.
Well, yeah, because it's a huge team, isn't it? It's just, you know, we see just the athletes, but once they've won these medals, we've seen them rush across to the stadium, and obviously often greeted by family, but also all of these coaches who supported them and helped them get there.
Yeah, look, our job as administrators, as performance directors, as coaches, as sports medics, sports scientists, is to wrap the best possible support that we can around the athletes. Oh look, there's one of our gang there, the amazing weightlifter.
Yeah, she was one of the weightlifting, wasn't it? The 80 bronze she won yesterday. One of the last medals of the tournament.
Yeah, amazing moment. Disappointed she's taken the Olympic rings out of her hair. I don't know if you saw that yesterday. She had the Olympic rings woven into her hair that looked just fantastic. But all of these athletes will have an amazing support team around them. That's enabling them to achieve their ambitions. You've got Joe Clark there. He won in the kayak. Amazing story that he's got. All of them just have great stories behind them, great support teams behind them. And like I said earlier, it's down to the support of continual investment from successive governments and the national lottery players that fuels these athletes, that enables them to train full time, to get lots of time on task, to enable them to achieve what they have.
I'm loving the fact that they've got their medals, they've got their bronzes, silvers and golds, but they've also still got to carry their own bags. They're being brought back to earth with a bump, aren't they?
Again, one of the things that the British public love about the Olympic and Paralympic Games is that they're really very much girl next door, boy next door. The majority of the sports that are in the Olympic and Paralympic Games are sports that a lot would consider to be traditionally amateur sport, and yet we've become incredibly professional at them and incredibly good at them. There's our triathletes, Alex Yee, the gold medalist, who everyone thought was going to get silver, and then literally a few hundred meters from the end, put in this amazing spurt and then won gold. So I feel like I'm giving you a running commentary of everyone getting off the train.
It's great. No, we're loving it. I mean, Alex, he had a bit of a problem yesterday, didn't he? He nearly tripped over when he was carrying the flag at the ceremony last night. He didn't, though. He managed to regain his footing.
Yeah, I spotted that too. He wasn't the first, though, watching the closing ceremony. I think there was a few that tripped over that. But yeah, what an incredible performance by him. But also the other triathletes, the triathlon relay, the women's triathlon. Again, a sport that is consistently finding incredibly talented athletes, wrapping amazing support around them, and then seeing them be successful on the stage. And
there,
Tom Daley and the divers there. Yeah.
Yeah, we all know who he is. After starting at the tender age of 14. Should we just listen in and see if we can hear him?
Yeah.
He's off.
I'm roasted.
He's off. I haven't seen yet Keely Hodgkinson. I don't know if I've missed her, but I mean, what an Olympic she's had.
Yeah, incredible gold medal for her in the 800 meters. I mean, athletics have had a super games, as has the divers. I mean, you saw Tom Daley there, but the divers winning 5 medals, their greatest ever performance at an Olympic Games. Just there's so many good stories from these games. And just look how proud and happy they are. And we know these athletes are going to go back and inspire in their local communities. And it's just brilliant to see.
Some of these faces, of course, as you say, like Tom Daley, faces that and Diana Smith's faces that we've seen and grown to love over the years, but lots and lots of new faces this year. Who are you most excited about looking ahead to LA 2028?
Well, there's lots of good stories, but I don't think anybody can have missed the joy of seeing Toby and his climb and his gold medal, which was just incredible. At just the age of 19, in his first games, debutanting at Paris. Climbing obviously hasn't been in the games for very long, and it was wonderful to see his climb and what he achieved. But also, if you watched it, his reaction when he realised that he'd won gold, because of course there was an athlete going after him who everybody had tipped to win gold, and actually it was Toby that came through and won it. So again, a new sport, a new athlete. I think we're going to see plenty more of him as we head into LA and probably even to Brisbane in 2032.